Hi Gemini, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of November 2021. I do want to thank you so much for joining me, but I also want to remind you that this is a general monthly read, okay? We're going to keep it simple for the intro, jump right into it. We're going to begin by pulling some messages from the Soul's Journey deck, and then we'll pull some Tarot of Dreams for the main part of the reading, and finish off with this small inspirational deck. That's what I'm calling it. Okay, so let's begin. We'll do some initial shuffling so we can pull some oracle cards. I feel like for whatever reason you're going to feel quite calm this month, and just in general. Interesting. Okay, we have two, both purple, color of royalty, as well as spirituality. Might be just feeling this, and there's a third purple one. You might just be feeling this sort of confidence about you, being like, I know what I'm doing with the career choice I'm moving forward with in one way, shape, or form, if it's new or continued. Just feeling as if you have it going on, feeling quite experienced. Good for you. Abundance. I did some more shuffling, excuse me, as I was saying that last part, and this just happened to be at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like there's an underlying focus on the abundance you deserve throughout the month, and feeling as if the universe is providing you reminders in the form of small forms of abundance, if that makes sense. That was horribly put, but you get the point. Like, it could be a small windfall of money at a certain point, or an opportunity, or a connection, you know what I mean? It feels like you're going to be quite abundant this month, even outside of your money and career. Nice. Good for you. So let's begin the 4 cards that flew out. We have discipline to begin. We'll pull some small everyday tarot for each of these 4 just to get some more information. It does feel like you're going to have to discipline yourself when feeling a bit distracted, or just feeling like you don't... There's a tower moment that's going to take place, and that may not fully be within your career or your finances. It could be. It could be like a living situation coming to an end, or a relationship, or a job for some of you on a larger scale. But just feeling as if it's pushing you to reevaluate your daily schedule. It's pushing you to change things up in one way, shape, or form. But with the Ace of Wands, it's also pushing you towards a fresh new start. And this all could be very distracting, right? You need to discipline oneself when going after this. And I don't feel like you'll be shy of the hard work and the planning, but it could feel like there's just a lot going on outside of your money, your career. And it's just like, okay, I need to sort of like clear my head, discipline myself, you know, choose the appropriate time to sort of deal with friends, family, stuff outside of work. You know what I mean? Interesting. Need to discipline oneself as well, not stressing over your money while at work, okay? Or while working on your business, however it works for you. So this is for the Surrender card, 7 of Wands, and it feels like you have a lot going on this month. Excuse me, some chips and guac before. You just have a lot of people requiring a lot from you. I feel as if some people, some Geminis out there who are drawn to this reading are just stepping it up in a lot of ways, you know, having to sort of respond to a lot of emails throughout the month, having to deal with certain clients or customers or coworkers, your bosses or boss. But either way, it could feel like if you're in a managerial position, it could feel like all of your employees coming at you while your boss is coming at you. It's just, you need to sort of surrender to release that control, as it says here. So your need to control, you know, everything can't be perfect. Just go with the flow and allow for things to unravel as they may. Just do what you know you need to do at the end of the day. It feels like there's just a lot of going back and forth, emailing, texting, phone calls, just in-person communication. It can be a little bit overwhelming, but I feel like you do an amazing job of staying calm all the meanwhile. Good for you. I think it has a lot to do with this underlying sort of feeling that you just know what you're doing. And that's why kind of everybody's coming at you. Or at least you're choosing to view it that way. Okay. This one is for the health card, the Ace of Swords. Okay. Huge focus on your health this month, and whether or not your routine daily throughout work and even outside of it is adding to your health or taking away from it. Okay. Do you feel as if you're, say you work a 9-to-5 job, just to be general, Do what you do after work. Is that, and before work, is this helping you be more productive throughout the workday? Is it helping you feel your best, right? Because you know that affects your work quality, how much you produce at the end of the day, uh, regardless of what you do, okay? Is your work environment healthy? And is there anything you can do about that? If not, surrender your need to control that, right? Try to adjust and change what you can when it comes to your health and your work and your money, and just kind of let all of the rest fall into place as they may, right? It just feels like you're confident but a little bit emotional down deep, and you're not going to sort of tell many people about that emotional side of you, maybe the closest to you, or nobody, but it just feels like there's something you're trying to give birth to. Some of you Gemini is trying to give birth to a business that's going to feel a lot healthier to you than in comparison to working your full-time job or whatever the case may be. Even if you add it onto your schedule on top of another job, asking yourself, if you take on a second or a third job, okay, or even if you replace your full-time job this month, are you going to feel healthy all the meanwhile, right? Is it going to sort of pump you up, motivate you to do more with your life, you know, socialize more? Or is it going to leave you feeling this lack of health, okay? Some of you, I feel like, will pick up an extra job or more hours this month, and you'll find yourself spending less time on your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, you know what I mean? Something to consider and think about. Money isn't everything. Indecision. And so you may be quite indecisive when it comes to what to spend your money on. Interesting. 3 of Swords. With the Knight of Swords, so whatever you're trying to go after, whether it's a new financial investment, you know, it could be just down to minimal things that you're thinking about spending money on, whether it's, you know, do I need this at the grocery store? Do I need this at this other store or online? It could be more so for some of you going after a new job passionately, or a new side gig, or your own business, feeling as if you're just a little bit heartbroken all the meanwhile. And it's you needing to kind of separate your emotions when it comes to some of these decisions. I feel that's a big reason why you're left quite indecisive. Some decisions might come to you very easily, right? But I feel like a lot of you Geminis are finding it difficult not to emotionally sort of think about what you're going after, okay? Just kind of needing to think with your head, and then move towards it, you know, and allow yourself to heal in your alone time or whenever you can, okay? So let's continue and pull some main tarot. Let's do some shuffling. Got a little bit choked up in that moment. For my lovely Geminis to continue this monthly read. Aiming for 6 here, and if we get more, we will take them, but no less than 6. Okay. Okay, because we got the 6, 7 of Cups. You have a lot of options, okay? And there's also an underlying focus on the love in your life, the connections. You might find that a specific love connection or a friendship or a past coworker helps you sort of move towards a new beginning, or helps you with a connection to an advancement within your career in one way, shape, or form. You might be thinking a lot about how your financial income, or lack of which, or your job in general, how much you work, affects your loved ones or your relationship, okay? But anyways, going back to the 7 of Cups, I feel like you have a lot of options if you're looking for a new job or a side gig. Or you might find that a lot of people just want to assist you with whatever you're working towards. If you're in a job where you sort of need to reach out to people to gain a clientele, or get customers in the door or something of the sort, you're going to find that your hard work and effort that you felt kind of didn't help at all starts to pan out. You know, people start to reach back out after, like, say, a month or 2 and be like, oh, I need your help, or I need this, or I'm ready for this. And it just leaving you feeling quite successful and being like, yes, so it wasn't a waste of effort. That's the feeling that's coming through. Or it might feel like all the applications you've been filling out, the resumes you've been sending out, if you're looking for a new job, that starts to pay off as well. Again, going back, very abundant in that sense, okay? It might feel like something you've been missing a payment for towards you, or you're missing like a chunk of money, a missing check or something of the sort, shows up in your bank account or in the mail, or someone just tells you it's ready for you, and you're just like, ah, abundance. in all kinds of forms. Just the universe reminding you what you deserve. We're beginning the 6 cards with death. Okay, let's clarify this one. You may begin the month feeling quite depleted, and that might have a lot to do with your sort of calm demeanor, as well as, you know, side by side with the confidence. Interesting. So I'm getting the 9 of Wands in reverse, and so I feel like you either do something to sort of exit that sort of dead kind of feeling within, or it has nothing to do with you feeling dead within. Excuse the noise in the background. It may have to do with an environment that's just leaving you feeling drained in one way, shape, or form, okay? But because I have the 5 of Wands conflict, it could be you just overthinking things. It's feeling very devil-like for whatever reason. With the 4 of Wands, you need to remember that things are falling into place, you know, that you can celebrate the ups and downs. It's you sort of being reminded by the universe or other people around you at the beginning of the month that when abundance does take place, don't feel bad. Don't feel guilty for celebrating, right? And reminder that if you don't see how everything's meant to unravel, it's still going to be successful, okay? 6 of Swords. And so let's clarify this one. Judgment. And so there's something you need to release, okay? Whether it's your fear to move towards something new, because we also had fear under abundance. Or it could just be you needing to release a job that's no longer working for you. Some of you have strived to get a business off the ground and it just hasn't worked. And so you might be releasing that. Being aligned with surrender, a need for you to release your need to control things and just kind of step away or sail away towards something better. Or it could be you simply in the middle of the first half of the month needing to walk away from your job or business and just need to, even other people just within your environment, and just kind of gain that level of peace, inner peace, sanity back, and just be like, all right, I'm back. I'm more calm, cool, and collected. And I feel like you're doing a great job of not letting people get the best of you, okay? Or irritations, obligations, or obstacles, okay? 2 of Wands. And this one came out for the Page of Wands in reverse. And I feel like this could be you sort of not being able to sort of start something passionately right off the bat within this first half of the month. You may have some delays or reasons that you have to sort of push it out, or it's pushed out. But the Page of Wands at times in my readings on my channel, it comes out as the anxiety card. And I feel like there's a lack of anxiety. You may be going on rants, speaking quickly, and have a noisy environment or just stressful energies around you. But you're not feeling anxious, it's you feeling motivated, even if you're sort of low in energy, right? Feeling as if you do have to have an immense amount of patience, right? And still some balance to deal with annoying people, customers, clients, difficulties, obstacles once again. But it's like all the meanwhile, you long for more, don't you? This is coming through for some of you, longing more success when it comes to your clientele, your business, your job, wanting a promotion, wanting a job in general that's more fulfilling. Feeling like you have a lot on your plate, but then it's like, is it fulfilling all the meanwhile? Does it make you feel complete within? You know, it's not just a job, it's not just a career, it's what you do for a good portion of your life. And I feel like you remember this for whatever reason at the end of the first half of the month or towards that point, okay? And it's aligned with health. And so I feel like it's truly intertwined with you sort of needing to think about your health, right? And asking yourself, well, why do I feel less anxious? You know, what have I been doing well? You know, is it me releasing sort of that need to control, or just walking away when need be? How can I sort of move towards even more of an increase of my health, right? Or at least being pushed to think that way. To move on to the second half of the spread and month, 7 of Coins. A lot of hard work, especially at this point in the month. 7 of Pentacles, interesting. Just putting in that hard work, right? Some of you may be feeling the need to take some money out of your savings or getting an approval for a loan, right? Something financially getting approved for. You might get approved for an apartment or a mortgage that you were looking to achieve. But being aligned with the Death card, it feels like it's you reminding yourself, or being reminded in general, that certain endings, completions need to come to be, you know, in order to see that hard work pay off, right? Or it just reminds you that all that hard work and effort that you've been putting in over the past few months and year, whatever the case may be, even for some of you more specifically last month, it's all paying off once again. Feeling truly abundant, but maybe just a bit serious, right? Feeling very focused to that extent. doing a good job at disciplining oneself. You may feel like you're stressing over your money a bit, all the meanwhile being like, okay, well, this is happening, the abundance is flowing in, but then it's like, do I have enough money for this bill? You know, trying to pay off debt or whatever the case may be. Feeling quite ready to go towards something new or to work your ass off, excuse my language, but at the same time, feeling inclined to spend time alone, okay? Six of Cups, all the meanwhile getting memories of old jobs, financial investments. Just have patience with that, not all of which is going to be helpful. Judgment. Wow. So with the Seven of Cups, it's like you being pushed to release certain options that you have, whether it's financial investments or jobs, career options that you are not meant for you, right? Knowing what's not right for you. Four of Cups feeling. Is one of which, or several of which, may be toxic. You getting sort of wrapped up or presented an option to spend a decent amount of money on something you don't need, or just feels sort of more luxurious than you need, or at times you need to decline an opportunity to go out with friends, and being reminded that you can still feel truly abundant as if your cup's overflowing. You know, you don't have to sort of go out and spend $1 bajillion to, I feel like you're not even feeling motivated to do that either way. You know, being like, we can sort of enjoy each other's company in a more money-saving kind of way, or you just feeling more hermit mode or money, career focused. That's okay, right? But feeling quite strong all the meanwhile, thinking about a Leo for some of you, or maybe another Gemini for whatever reason, but feeling as if you're being pushed to sort of release what's not meant for you, utilize your knowledge and wisdom to move away from energies or reject energies that aren't right for you or healthy for you. Excuse me. As things do align, I feel like you need to sort of maintain that level of inner strength. Okay, and part of which is releasing energy, situations, options, offers that aren't going to help you move towards this level of success. Okay, Palace of Coins, which is unique to the deck to finish up the 6-card spread. Two of Swords in reverse, as well as the Hangman in reverse. You get clarity at the end of the month on a new job, a new side business, or the future of your business that you've been working towards or just beginning. And it may be you getting a tarot reading or watching one, or just finding that the universe just clarifies things. Some of you through a dream or just a download, you know, in your during the day, right? It could be you just kind of connecting things and just realizing what's going to happen. And I feel like it's a positive realization, no longer fearing what's ahead and just being like, it coincides with my intuition. I knew all along this was going to be successful, or I was meant for this level of success and abundance. And it's all just about to work out for me. Good for you. This is quite a positive reading. I mean, a bit intense, but all the meanwhile, it feels like things are just about to sort of explode for you in a beautiful way, align. And it's like all your hard work is once again paying off as options just roll in for you. All right. And that might be a huge reason why you're feeling quite indecisive. All right. Too many options. I feel you. Let's finish off this beautiful reading by pulling a message or two from the small inspirational deck. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. And I mean, don't be afraid to give yourself downtime or a chance to implement more self-care. But the universe is going to remind you that your pace is however it feels. If it feels comfortable to you, then keep going. You know, don't feel the need to rush because of other energies, the energy in the air, the abruptness. You know, you keep doing you at the pace that's comfortable for Gemini. In the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. And that's a bit contradicting or a bit confusing. And you could find messages are a bit confusing at times throughout the month, you know, given you have a lot of options. But just trust your intuition, you know, some of the messages coming in from the universe, and just allow yourself to trust in what you're about to go after, okay? Or what you're continuing to go after, okay? If you never try, you'll never know. All right. So just allow yourself to go after this level of abundance and success in a confident, cool, and collected manner. I feel like you got this. All right. I am beyond happy for you. I hope this reading was truly helpful, and I hope you have the most amazing month. I'll definitely see you next time. All right. Bye, Gemini.